Hello, I am Ciara DeComey, and this is Wisdom and Radiance with Ciara DeComey. I am your host. Thank you so much for being here, and I would invite you to subscribe and like the video, make any comments. We're going to be diving into step 6, and if you've been following along, I've been going along my 9-step system in my 90-day program, and it's called Source Wisdom Radiance, manifesting health, wealth, and happiness from the inside out. And the inside out is always the key here. So many people, including myself, live a life that's really outside in, and that looks like I'll be happy when I get $1 million, or I'll be happy when I lose a bunch of weight, or I'll be happy when my husband quits his job and is nicer to me, or on and on and on, right? It's always like there's something outside that needs to occur in order for us to be happy. And it's really backwards, and it's no one's fault. We've been conditioned just through life, parents through grandparents through generations ahead, that's how we are supposed to live. And really our innate ability is to be happy. And I always give the example of a baby. If you look at a baby that's been fed and doesn't have poop in their diaper, they're generally happy. And that is what we have on the inside. Always. It's our innate nature, natural way of being is to be happy. And so today is about making the choice, like seeing happiness as an actual choice, a place to live from, because it's already inside of us, and really dialing into being that way. Nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong to not be happy. I'm not suggesting that someone should be happy at any given time. In fact, I feel like the more we can really be connected to every emotion and feeling that we have, the better quality life we can live. And to notice and recognize when some particular way of living is kind of taking over. Like, for example, you could easily say, well, someone passed away and so I'm depressed, and then just living your life from depression, because we start to create those mental habits and those mental blocks and those stumbling blocks that get in our way of actually being who we truly are. And it was interesting yesterday, I noticed something. It was Friday. I had a really long week, and I noticed I just wanted to really relax and veg out. It was like 3 o'clock, and I still had a bunch of stuff to do. And I did a bunch, but I found myself trying to convince myself that, the week was so rough, and it was so hot, and I had problems with the horses, and my son moved out, and blah, 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 blah. It's like I was trying to create this unhappy place in order for me to justify wanting to relax. When I finally got it, that why don't I just relax? I'm tired. My body just wants a little R&R. And it was exactly what I did. But the freedom that I experienced, because I saw that habitual thought of like, I have to have something bad happen, or something has to be wrong in order for me to just chill out. And I wonder how often that happens with you. So ask yourself, it's a really good inquiry. And in my 90-day program, we really go deep into this. And I work primarily with female business owners, entrepreneurs, busy professional women. Could be a manager, you could be an owner, you could be working for someone else, you could be a managing director. It doesn't really matter. You could be in sales, but that you are just experiencing that there is perhaps more that you're not tapping into with yourself. And it has nothing to do with doing more. In fact, you've done more and done more and done more and done more so often that you're kind of hitting that wall. You're having burnout, and you're stressed out, and you're overwhelmed, and the world seems like possibly it's coming at you in all directions. So that's generally the type of person I work with. Also, you could be experiencing that you just know there is something greater, like you're not driven now by your purpose, and you feel there's something calling and pulling you forward. You're just not exactly sure what that is or how to get there. So that's generally who I work with in my coaching practice. I have a 90-day program. I've talked about it. We're going to be talking about step 6 in that program, just dabbling a little bit because we go way deeper inside the 90-day program. And I want to give my people the opportunity to just experience some of the things that we talk about in the program, and tools and things that we can use. So this one today is very, very simple. The topic is really simple, just discovering your own happiness from the inside. And so one way of doing that, always a really fantastic way of doing that, is to tap into your own appreciation and gratitude for anything in your life. And you may be at a moment right now where you can't see anything that you are grateful for. And I would encourage you to look at some really simple things. So if you're in that space and you just absolutely can't do it, look at some really simple things like the sun is back up. It's technically it doesn't come up or down because the world is turning. So it's really, but that's how we say it, right? So the sun came up this morning, and that could be one thing that you're grateful for, or that you woke up this morning. And I would encourage you to look at the simplest things, that you have running water. I could almost guarantee if you're watching this video, you more than likely have running water. So you could even be grateful that you have the ability to watch this video from, whether it's your YouTube, for your phone or a computer or whatnot, that you just have the access to it. That's something to be super grateful for, because you can access anything from your phone. So, and then, feel into that. I always say this in a lot of my videos, but the somatic experience of life is essential, and to feel into what that happiness, what that gratitude actually feels like. So when you can say, I'm so grateful that I have my phone right now and I can watch this video, if that's one of yours, then feel into that. If you can experience it in your body, maybe even close your eyes and just really breathe into that space of gratitude. And again, it's just so incredibly simple and yet super powerful. So these activities I would highly encourage. If you wake up in the morning, just do this activity and write down a list of 5 things that you're grateful for, and feel them, really feel into your body, and then watch how your life starts to shift. And if you find yourself by breakfast, you're just like back into the space of whirlwind, go back to your list. You can even put your list on your phone so you have it all day long, within your reach. Go back to your list or create a new. And maybe you drove to work and you found that everything was just smooth. You didn't have an accident. Nothing horrible happened. Sometimes those are the easiest things to be grateful for, is like, hey, I just crossed the street and I didn't get hit by a bus. Awesome. Sounds really silly, and yet it is very powerful to just be grateful for what you have, and then start expanding that out. So maybe, I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful that they connected and they brought me here on this planet at some point, and I'm grateful for my animals. If you don't have animals, I'm grateful for the birds that are flying by. Look how amazing they just fly through the sky, and they're so perfectly timed with the wind. And really look at anything you can possibly find. In nature is very easy. You can just look at the beauty. You can look at the colors and tap into what that feels like for you. And it, again, very simple exercise activity. So I would encourage it in the morning for sure, and then throughout the day if you need it, and then always at night do a little check-in. There's a book called the 5-minute journal, 5-minute gratitude journal. I think you can find it on Amazon, and you can just do it on a piece of paper, but that walks you through a little activity in the morning, doesn't take longer than 5 minutes, and then at night you just do a little recap, and it just gets you connected morning and night to the things that you are grateful for. And it starts to really shift your mindset to where you can cultivate and feel and experience that the happiness is a choice. It's not only a choice, but it's coming from the inside. So this is step 6, and again, in my program we go through a lot more details and a lot more tools and a lot more things that we can really flesh out in detail, but this is the basis of it. Starting to see, feel, and experience that happiness is a choice, and it's coming from the inside. I bless you so much, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I love you. Like and subscribe, and please comment. I would love to hear how this goes for you if you give this little experiment a try. I am wishing you the best, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.